Okay, we're going to start with an indoor image actually that I took in the studio, and I'm going to show you how we can apply some of the other retouch actions in the set. The one I used before in the last tutorial was the refresh action, and actually we're going to start with that one again just because I think any of the other ones will be too strong for an indoor image. So I'm going to click play. And as you can see, most of these were created with outdoor images in mind, but you can still make them fit for indoor images by playing with the opacity. And I'm going to bring the opacity of that layer down to about 40% here. And that probably makes just enough, maybe a little bit less, about 35%. Makes plenty of difference for this image. And I'm going to flatten this image just for the sake of this tutorial. You don't have to flatten your layers, but that'll just keep things organized on the screen so you can see it better. So I'm going to go down here and I'm going to show you how we can retouch his skin. I'm going to go to blemish eraser and I'm going to play the action. And I'm going to make sure the layer mask is selected. It's a black layer mask, so I'm going to select a white brush. I'm going to start at maybe about, let's say about 40% opacity. And I'm just going to go over the areas of his face that need fixed a little bit. You can see he has a little bit of a cut. I'm just going to click until that cut disappears. It's a little bit of a mark on the side of his face. So I'm going to click here. And then I'm just going to go in and remove any spots until they're gone. You don't want to go too crazy with this action by going over the entire face, because then you start to make it look a little fake. So now I'm going to flatten that again. Now we're going to play perfect skin. And this action will just give you a nice soft look to the skin of your subject. And I have instructions along the way. Again, click your layer mask, and it's a black layer mask, so we're going to use a white brush. And I'm going to come in, let's try about 55% opacity. I'm just going to go over, this is a little bit wider of a range than the blemish eraser, so you can go over the whole cheek. I'll just lighten up areas a little bit and give the skin a nice soft look. So I'm just going to go over the skin here. And you can actually go over more than just the face so it matches. I'm going to go over his body just a little bit. These babies tend to get blotchy skin whenever they're cold, and this little guy might have been a little bit cold being that he didn't have any clothes on for the shoot. So, and you can see by clicking the eyeball the difference that it makes. It really helps smooth out and even out skin tones. So I'm going to click flatten again, and I'm going to go over to skin tone repair. Now our image here has a little bit of magenta red cast to it, so I'm going to click skin tone repair, which gives you the option of removing some color cast from your image. Now sometimes the color cast is only on the skin and I want to remove it just from the skin. However, on this image it seems like it's kind of affecting the entire image, so I'm going to go to remove magenta and I'm going to paint over and play with the opacity a little bit until I get to where I want to be. I'm going to start at 50%. I'm going to paint over the entire image, I think, because I want to change that a little bit, and that really just kind of warms up the image. And I think I like where that is. Maybe remove a little bit of the red cast from certain parts of the image by painting over. The skin tone, give it a little bit cooler of a skin tone here. And I'm going to hit flatten. And this is your before and after some basic retouch elements in your image are corrected.